Hello, this is the hardware for the typical home user. With this, the hardware needs CPU, memory cards, storage, motherboard case, power supply, topical disk drive, and expansion card. For CPU, I choose Intel Core i3 63200 4M cache with a head um, 3.8 GHz for the processor. And this is the is in sixth generation, so it's very and strong enough for the typical home. With the lithography, it has a number 14 nanometer, and the price is in the middle from the with the recommended customer price from 183 to 147. In my opinion, this is enough for the. It's not too expensive for the type for to boot a computer by themselves. By the modern bar, I choose MSI PO 150 and 50M Pro VD because firstly it can support for the generation 6 for the Intel Core and DDR4 2123 for the memory. Behind that, it can support for the SPB of the Intel to make the developer introductivity management and for the security. I saw on the website of MSI now the price for between the 60 to $90. About this memory card, I choose Radeon 8 kilobyte kit for the 4 kilobyte kit for 2 pieces, and the serial number of is term is DDR4 2133. UDIM for the Radeon, and the brand is the Radeon with the factor is UDIM. Total capacity is 8 kilobyte kit. With this, the user can work with the query about sometimes maybe it cannot enough the memory, because with this memory is enough and maybe you cannot use this all of them because you just use it for the typical home user. I choose the suitable store is the Samsung A50 Evo series 2 and 50G, and for the 2.5 in for solid state drive for the Samsung. So for the Samsung, because with the innovation VND technology and incredible, is suitable for read and write for performance, because the total it can get to 250 GB. In the present, I use the website for the website online in Samsung. It sell it with the price from $90 to $100. However, with the factor 2.5 SATA 3 with 540 megabyte for 1 second, and for the speed upgrade and price is maybe with some people it's not slow for the typical home user for use every day, but I think it's okay and it's enough for the use. The capacity range of this is can up to a 4 terabyte SSD and 850 EVO. About case cooler, I choose Cooler Master N200 Micro 80 because in this case I saw that the size is suitable for haunting for haunting components that I choose for the hardware and about material is the plastic vessel for mass with steel cave body. So if in the in some home, some house, there is the children, the owner, they they need an scare that this cake can broke down and or be destroyed because it has the steels and the mess mixes with the plastic. So about quality, I think that they didn't care about this case. In this slide, you can see it the behind, the top, the left, and the top bottom of this case. With power supply, I choose EVGA 600B because it had a 600 watt with the bronze certificate 80 is for the power supply. So it's the price is it's not really expensive, but because it had a warranty for the 3 years and include free power on cell tester power supply. Based on this, I have the connector quantity that 24 bin 80 is and ABS PCIe SATA for bin peripheral and the floppy. Some details have about detail. I have the additional detail for the disk operating temperature. It can go to 40. Whole system it can well when it works the temperature can afford to 40 C degree. Unfortunately, it doesn't have for the Japanese capacitor and ECO mode, but with the ITBF, it can work until 100,000 hours, and the weight is just for IBS. About topical driver, I choose Asus DL wheel, and it includes the DVD and CD for the writer with DL wheel 24P1SD. This is a real environment for now and for the future. It had a couple for the reading and writing data on DVD, blood or test or
and for the most format, serving right and allowing for the permanently delete database on the rewritable disk.
This is that is about the what kind of hardware is suitable for the BSc student in Lapland University Applied Science. I choose researcher hardware because I think that in in this course the student will searching and studying a lot about the foundations and the base of international information technology that is linked to the international personals. I choose in this box. I choose the central processing unit. We usually call it with the name CPU. I choose i5 from the sixth generation of Intel cores and equivalent with the code. I choose IB from the IB Bright. In operating system, I choose Myron 5, Windows 7, and after the student buy it, they can update it to Windows 10 automatic sorry automatically. About memory card, I choose size AGPIs because now I use this size for over 2 years, and and I haven't ever make the fullest, so I think this is the most suitable size. But when the student make more new things, of course they can change it. With the storage, I choose one terabyte the kind of HDD because with the storage HDD is okay some because it's just for researching, so the student need then buy the SSD. About portable storage, I choose with the 1 terabyte my passport SSD portable storage because with some presentations it's some files is very heavy, and we and they can use this for help the computer. And another reason is it can flexing fast transfer to 550 megabyte for 1 second, and it's automatic backup software. And about the refrigeration unit, um, this word usually stand for GPU. I choose NVIDIA Tensor P40 GPU accelerator because it has it has the 50 is higher throughput to keep up with the expanding workload, and single racing for the performance AP32. Besides that, the memory is come to 24 GB. In the power, it just got in the power it got a little high with the with the number 250 watt, but I think it's to be okay. When I read the table to compare between B4, P40 and B100 accelerators, I think this for P40 is suitable.